series or news, it's always plural for some reason.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. That's why we usually don't finish the all the series that we watch.
Yeah, exactly. Like when you start and then you like life happens and it's impossible to come back, right? Yeah,
Yes. Yes,
yeah. That's
but we are trying to finish that one.
try to. It's so good. It's
Yes.
making it.
We were watching Rings of Power, but we didn't finish it, and we
And
skipped it, and we got to the Mandalorian.
yeah, because also Rings of Power became really what's the name of this? Really cliche, don't you think?
I'm not.
No, you really like
No,
it?
no, I prefer Mandalorian, but I like it. I like the Rings of Power. Even we just watch like three or four. How say? Um,
Just a few episodes.
yes, just like three or four episodes. I don't remember how many, but yes, I like it. But I think that Silvana didn't.
She
Not
didn't
so
like
much.
it?
No,
Oh,
that's why we are watching Mandalorian.
exactly. Yeah, it's a little bit easier to digest.
Yes,
The,
yes. Actually, I think that Silvana haven't watched how say the movies, the Lord of the Rings movies.
okay.
So maybe that's why she finds a little like heavy to understand everything. Because they are I think that they are like slow.
Yes, very.
Yes, yes. So you need to be patient with those movies.
Exactly. It's like if you are really a fan of a couple of them, you can resist them. But if you didn't like the first one, the rest of the saga is so tedious. And then everybody recommends you to watch the extended version, and
Oh
it's like,
yes,
bro, if I was trying to finish the first one, like.
yes. Yeah, but I really like it.
Okay. If you like it, that's good. Yeah, that's
Yes.
right. You are the type of guy.
But yeah,
My
but
all my friends are. All my friends are.
no, but Silvana prefer something different.
Yes. You watch it for Silvana. Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Well, anyway, that I don't like Star Wars.
Oh, I like
You
it.
do.
Yes, actually, I started to watch the movies because Silvana recommended me them.
Okay,
But
you didn't know them then before?
I only watched the more recent movies, but I haven't watched the first. Yeah, well, it's weird, no? You know that they started with the I don't remember episode four, I think,
Episode
or
4 is
five.
the first one.
The first one, yeah. So I just watched the episodes one, two, three, four. Sorry, one, two, and three, because they were released when I was a child.
Correct.
Yes, so Silva recommended me the others, and I started to watch them, and I really enjoy it.
The
Actually,
classic ones are a treasure.
yes, it's
I really prefer the first saga, the original one.
yes, it's really good. I mean, obviously the how to say the special effects
Exactly, like the practical
are
practical effects.
yes are better in the maybe in the more recent movies, but yes, they are really good.
Of course, because yeah. The thing about the second trilogy is how they they created the like all the effects now computer generated, and it was like the new generation of that, right? But
Yes,
but if you pay attention to how the first three were made, you can see that it was practically the first three movies artisan made, crafted,
Oh
like
yeah,
hand
how to say these small buildings that you.
miniatures.
Yes.
Exactly. No, and apart from that, it's
Mm-hmm.
yes the miniatures, but it was like when they were making the movie, they needed to by hand with the scissors, they needed to cut some of the sections of the movie and place it in
Ah, okay.
different sections, so it became a massive job that nobody appreciates today because computer is so easy to make 3D modeling.
Yes.
So there are some debates. Do you know about the editions that George Lucas made in the future to the original movies?
No, actually not.
Dude, you have to watch. I'm going to send you a mini
Yes.
documentary.
Yes.
It's so amazing. You go to to YouTube
Mm-hmm.
and watch Redmi. No, it's not Redmi. It's Red. I don't remember his name. The Specialized Edition. The Specialized Edition Star Wars.
Okay.
Okay. Why the Specialized? It's called the Specialized because the special editions, right? The DVD and eventually the Blu-ray and today the Disney Plus version
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of integration of computer effects.
Ah, okay, okay. I
But
didn't
the
know that.
original movie that
Mm-hmm.
is with practical effects was
Yes.
forgotten by everybody, number one. And number two, George Lucas didn't authorize to keep distributing the original
Mm-hmm.
version of the movie that won an Oscar for special effects in
Yes.
1976. You know?
Oh, I didn't know that the version that we can watch on the streaming service was
It's
like
actually an edited
edit.
version. It's
That's
actually
interesting.
in the original movie, George Lucas has the only copy that exists in roll,
Mm-hmm.
and he has it in his house in order to remember not to post that version anywhere. He doesn't like that version, and everybody loves that version.
Yes, I imagine because you can, as you mentioned, you can see how it was made, no? With all the
Exactly,
details and everything.
exactly, and of course it has a lot of problems, no, because it was
Yes,
no very handmade. Everything that is handmade has uh, defects, no.
yes. Obviously, you can notice now when you are watching the movie, and it's more obvious than when you are watching effects made by computer.
Made by computer, exactly. But the
Yes.
original version that George Lucas doesn't like is considered a treasure because of many reasons. Number one, it was the first one of the first movies that actually made special effects and also well special effects and um, science fiction made it popular. Like one of the first projects that made science fiction and special effects popular. And that's why everybody considers that the original movie is a treasure. Well, this guy, Handuet Harmy, his name is Harmy,
Mm-hmm.
he decided to restore the original version into 4K.
Okay, okay.
So he started making a research in different museums, all the cinemas, contacts with people of the generation, and they started creating and taking all the pieces together to clean and try to restore the movie for television. And he made this project on Patreon. A lot of people donated money so he can continue the project.
Okay.
And this is a non-authorized version No, a
yes, I know,
non-authorized restoration of the original movie.
but um, is the complete movie available or only fragments of the movie?
It is finally he finished it,
Oh,
and
okay.
you can download. You can download in over here. He gives
Oh, the link.
the link to download it, but you can download it only the full Blu-ray. So you need to download like,
Oh,
let's say
come
like
on.
25 exactly. It's like 25 gigabytes of the movie,
Yeah.
and then you need to burn it on a Blu-ray and watch it physically. Because if you don't have this system, then you cannot watch the movie. And I haven't watched it. I haven't been able, but you can actually take his version over here.
Mhm.
This is a guide to download the original version, and it's like so cool. Everything that he's doing, like he's crazy, man.
Yes, I know about it. Actually, it's something interesting. I'm curious to watch the movie with the original effects.
The original version, the original one, and that is in this documentary. He explains the motivation why he decided to start the journey, to start uh, recreating the movie, like making it again. He explains the process of cleaning the digital cleaning of the movie, how he passed from vinyl to
Mm-hmm.
digital in his house. Like, it's no. He made a massive project, man.
Yes, I mean, he really patient for doing that.
No, yes, and super passionate, like he's super
Yes,
Star Wars fan. You see him talking about Star Wars, and it's like
yeah,
so inspiring. The
yeah.
guy is so good. Let me send it to you.
Okay, thank you. I will try to download it, but well, I
I don't
don't know
promise anything.
if I had a if I have a Blu-ray player. I think I have.
I don't.
I'm not sure. I we had one, but I don't know where is it because we really didn't use it too much. So I don't know where is it.
Well, that will be if you have that player. Let me know because I have always wanted to see the
Yes,
final version of the restoration.
and I also had some Blu-ray disc, empty Blu-ray discs. So
Oh, really?
yes, I think I have, but I haven't seen them either. I mean, it has like a really long time that we didn't use them. Yeah, I don't know. We had a lot of them, but I don't remember where are them. Maybe my father's.
If you have one, I can commit to download it and maybe we can burn it. Because
Okay.
I would always wanted to watch that version with his work,
Yes. Just
and
let me check with my father, maybe. Yes, do you know if we had the Blu-ray? I think that she's sleeping.
The Blu-ray, but what?
the
The
machine,
the
the player.
the player?
Here?
Uh-huh.
Do you have it?
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm not sure neither. Because well, he has a really long time that we haven't used them.
of course, today is streaming.
Yes.
Okay.
But yes, let me check.
Check it and let me know, because
Yes, yes,
this
sure.
is this is a special topic. I tell you, I don't like Star Wars because of many reasons, but the artisan part, the movie history and all that, that's what makes me passionate about this, So, and you will see how different it is the original movie with that one, and there are some
Mhm.
very important changes.
Yes, I guess because yes, I have watched just like fragments in YouTube, and you can notice that they are using like how to say this material.
Uh,
Well,
the what material? The
for example, is the material that is used to make the box.
the material that is using it to make that box. What?
Um, um,
Cardboard?
How?
Are you talking about cardboard?
I don't know what's
Cardboard. Cardboard?
Yes. Yes, in some, I think that, well, it seems like they are using this material for some items.
Oh, really?
It's like in Power Rangers, when you're
Uh-huh.
watching the Power Rangers, you can, I think that it's something similar.
Uh-huh. They have physical um dummies and materials all over in the scene, no?
Yeah,
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Yes, this is totally. This in this case there are some like that. Some of them, explosions and things like that. They are completely handmade, and for
yes,
the some of them, for 1973, is very good, well done. There are some scenes, especially with the spaceship, that looks very digital, and it was not digital. It was totally made with cardboard and wood.
yes, I mean that they use a lot of materials. Yes, but you can notice that it's not like a movie that or it's not like the quality that are made by a computer.
No, yes, definitely, it's a different story,
Yeah,
like a whole different story.
yes.
That's the interesting part about that. Yeah, let me know. No, let me know if you have
Yeah, sure.
the
Just
Blu-ray.
let me check with my parents. Maybe they know where is it. Or maybe not because
Exactly. Yes, yes.
yes,
If not, well, I will need to keep searching, but I
yes.
will really like to download. And also you can download Blu-ray player on the computer and play
Yes.
it there. You can download the files and make a virtual uh, Blu-ray player. But connecting to the television loses a little bit of the detail. Like nothing like the
Yes,
machine.
yes, of course. Yes. It's not the same.
It's not the same exactly.
Yeah.
That's totally. We are old, brother.
But
We are
actually,
old.
I
Those
think that
machines.
Blu-ray is something, how say, something recent. No, it doesn't have like too
Whew.
many.
That's that's how adults feel, brother. Like when they when we become an adult, we think that everything is recent.
Okay, okay.
2010 was 14 years ago, bro. That was it's not it's not new. I promise
Okay,
you.
yes, yes. I feel that the person that was born in after 2000, they are like under 18 years old.
Ooh, exactly. You think that? Yes. Oh no. Now that we are many of my friends from the video game that I play,
Yeah.
they were born after 2004,
Oh,
and I'm like,
God.
shit.
Yeah, they are just babies.
Yeah, no, oh no. And you see their photos, and all of them are like so huge. They go to the gym, and it's like, no, man, we are old. Let's accept it. Let's accept it.
I know it. I know.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what I have for you today. Okay, I want you, in the case of Jesse, you are going to see what you are getting ready for. Okay, because you are going to see this the first certificate. The first certificate is an exam that we are getting ready for. Okay, that the objective of the course is to pass a first certificate test. And it's called the first certificate because there are three different. Well, you can see it over here. I have it here. So the levels where you are trying to jump from B1 to B2. When we first started this course, some of you had notions of B2, and some of you have just B1, and we are trying to push you up to the next step, right? So the idea is like all these levels is like the standard the European standard to assess levels of a second language. Getting to upper intermediate, you are considered redundantly an upper intermediate speaker, but that can actually do functionalities of a native speaker. A person who is located in B1 is a person who still needs a lot of help to do the same functions as a native speaker. And a person that is B2 is considered now ready to do a job that a native person would do. Of course, with some areas of opportunity, of course, with other different types of let's say, necessities, right? Sometimes you will need some vocabulary, and sometimes there are going to be some mistakes when you speak. But you have the ability to do any task, any job, any school. You can go to the university. You can take a postgraduate. You can take a PhD in an American school, in a British school, because you are level B2. That's the reason I want to push you up, and probably because you have also your own objectives, right? Like your own goals, the reason you are studying. So level B2 is the one that we are reaching, and the best way to understand and know if you have the level is to pass this particular exam, right? If you see this chart, and let me actually erase for the moment the squares. You will see how Cambridge, which is a British institute, one of the most important British universities that have exactly the program to make you an English speaker, and the rubrics that they possess, the rubrics that they made, were my inspiration to make Nutshell, you know? I am not taking the topics out of my butt, you know? The topic exists, and the list is a rubric that Cambridge is, you know, gives. Like, if you have this level, it's because you know all this information, right? And all this information is graded in this way: basic, independent, and proficient. Okay? Basic speakers go from A1 to A2. Independent speakers go from B1 and B2, and this is where the line crosses the street. Then Cambridge has these specific exams. The exam, the first certificate that you can take as a speaker is an A2 key. This is when you have the ability to speak about yourself, to speak about your life, your ambitions, your future, your past. The basic structures in my handbook are equivalent to the A2 key. Then the intermediate structures in my handbook go directed towards the preliminary exam. And all the formulas and all the work that you have done during this course go together with this, go hand in hand with this exam, the B2 first certificate. Okay? There are 3 different grades. A grade is a score, right?
Okay.
If you have 190 results, right, on the exam, you are considered a grade A level B1, which is a person that can be considered C1. In the exam, there are some questions that are directed to B1 and B2 and C1. The questions that are the most difficult, or that you are going to feel that are most difficult, are going to be directed towards C1. It's very possible that if you take an exam, you can be considered a C1 if you have the level. So let's say that the target is B2, but if you have more, the exam can tell you if you have more than B2. You see what I mean? So those are the good news, right? The good news are that if you can get more than B2, you are going to know. Okay? If you have less than C1, there are two different scores that you can get. Grade B are pretty much advanced B2, like almost touching advanced. And grade C is that you are exactly at B2. This is the way we score the first certificate. Which one do you think you can get? Do you think you are a grade A, a grade B, or a grade C? What do you think?
Grade D.
Grade D? No, come on. Grade D is level B1. You need to go back. That will be very worrying for me.
Well, I'm not sure. Actually, I feel nervous about the exam, so I'm not sure. I think that I don't know if there sorry, is there any equivalence with the other certification exams?
Sure. This is a British scale,
Yes.
but if you take, for example, a TOEFL or an IELTS, there are some equivalences that you can take.
Yes.
So if you pass a level first certificate, you can pass an IELTS and you can pass a TOEFL with the same score. It's like it's your
I
ability.
I get it. Well, I'm not sure where in which grade I am in TOEFL. I don't know the if we can like divide it like this. But
No, it's
yes, I
different.
think that we can. Well, that I can get maybe a grade B.
Cool, cool. Okay, exactly. Yes, I agree
At
with you.
least I hope.
At least I agree with you. I agree with you. I think most of the people in the course can get between C and B. C1 would be fantastic, you know, but
Yeah,
of
it is.
course, level B2 rate B is like the best um, score that you should get after my course. That's definitely the target. Rafa, tell me what's up.
Yes, teacher. Uh, did you say uh you think we we can get uh B2 C1?
The
Yes.
target of my course is to get you a B2 grade B, at least B2 grade C, at least as minimum, you know?
Yes.
But if you take my class and apart from that you are always listening to music and watching movies in English and analyzing the structures in the movies that you see and getting together with American people and speaking to them and having a lot of practice outside, it's very probable that you can get a grade A. But of course, that is with extra activities that you may do apart from my class,
Yeah.
which is the progress that it will be ideal, you know, like to make you a grade A. But this program, the program that I got ready, sorry, was designed to get you at least to grade C.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Okay.
If you have more, the exam will tell you. But that's the, let's say, the goal.
Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
Usually, when we are talking about advanced conversation and courses of upper intermediate, usually they put students B2 and C1 together because the level of vocabulary is very similar, the level of words that they manage is very similar, the level of mistakes that they make is also very similar. So they usually go hand in hand. For example, if you continue an advanced conversation, your partners are going to have a very similar level as you and probably a little bit less, like a B2, right? But it's not, you cannot notice because the vocabulary is very wide in different areas of expertise. Let's say
Teacher,
that. Yes, what's up?
how often do you open new uh, level groups? Like
As much as they come, as much as they arrive. If for example, in this moment, I'm going to graduate um, the 7 a.m. class in a month. So when they graduate, I'm going to start right now with advertising, and I will the group is going to be open, and we are going to see how many students are interested from what level. If I have the majority of beginners, we start from the zero at 7 a.m. If the majority are B1s, then we start at B1. It depends. I work on
but
demand, let's say.
7 a.m.? Why 7 a.m.? It's very early.
Come on, yeah, it's a little late for me.
Exactly. Thank you, Isaac. It's actually very late for a lot of people.
Yes, I woke up at 5 o'clock. At 5
Yes, come
a.m.
on. 5 o'clock exactly. No, 7 a.m. Actually, 7 a.m. bro is before they go to their work.
Okay.
They actually get up a little bit earlier. They study with me, and then they run to their work.
Yeah, I have class at 7 a.m. every day.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Totally, that makes total sense. And yeah, so that's the plan. So in the case of Silvana, Rafa, and Isaac, you are going to present this exam next week.
But
In the case of yes,
but until now, you don't have um an C1 group pronosticated?
pronosticated is Spanglish.
Yeah.
Expected, expected.
Expected?
I actually don't. I would say I would see
Yeah.
what
I
comes.
I'm asking you because yeah, I'm really interested in the
In having
exam,
it.
in the certificate,
Uh-huh.
but I I know I I have to I have to improve a lot of uh, maybe little uh, details,
On your speech.
Yeah, because my main interest is to talk well,
Exactly. No,
Yeah,
yes,
not
I
not
understand you.
not the certificate,
Exactly.
yes, but talk,
Get fluent.
have the ability to talk, um, yeah, to talk naturally.
Exactly. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Well, that is exactly the objective of that course, because we spend when in this course, for example, we have 1 day of speaking, 1 day of listening, 3 days of activities and theory, right?
yeah,
In C1, the C1 book course has 2 days of speaking, one of listening and speaking is like combined,
yeah,
and two of theory. So it's like a lot of speaking, speaking, speaking. And I have noticed that the students in the morning, they have actually felt freer when they speak after a couple of classes. So this first time I gave them this course, it was actually good for their speech, and a lot of C1 vocabulary emerges, a lot of words that they need to
yeah.
communicate ideas correctly are usually C1, the new vocabulary that they need. So yes, if you're interested, I can count you on the first interested, so I can start checking who else
Yes,
is going to be.
yes,
Definitely, that's the plan. Okay, so of course, if you are interested on having a job or a better you are going to study in an American school, etc. The best course for you is this one. And if you want fluency, speech, and word analysis, the best course is the advanced conversation. That will be a different thing, definitely. But you are about to finish this one, which is time to check if you can take an advanced conversation course.
Yes, step by step.
Exactly, step by step. Yes, let's see if you can get to advanced course by checking this exam. That's the way we can do it. Okay. This exam has no grammar at all, of course. Like this exam has no grammar, but it has situational practices of use of English, similar to the ones I give you in class. And you need to write, speak, listen, and check your use of language.
So do we have to write?
Do we have to write? Yeah, there's a written section, very similar to the one I gave you on your exams, on the normal exams,
Okay.
on the Google Doc. It's very similar to those, and these are the practices that I want to explore today with you. Okay, what is in the exam? What are you going to face? And how to achieve a better score. Okay, so let's talk about the contents of the first certificate. We can go that on the slide 316, which is right here. The contents of the first certificate, right? All this information comes over here. Let's say the first part, there are 4 different parts. This is part number 1, or test number 1, the reading and use of English as part 1. Then it comes part 2. Over here. Look at this. It's part 1, multiple choice close. Number 2, open close. Number 3, word formation. And number 4, keyword transformation. These titles represent a type of exercise. Okay? And there are the 4 different parts that exist. Then we have the other part, which is part 5, for use of English, which is a multiple choice exercise similar to last Thursday's. Do you remember when we completed text with the correct word?
Yes, I remember that exercise. Is when we finished earlier the previous one or not?
Exactly.
Okay, yes.
Yes, the first one was super easy, and then when you actually used the one in the exam was a little bit more challenging. Well, that is very similar to what's going on here, because the first 4 parts are reading, and the last 3 are your ability to use the language. Okay. Those are the 7 parts of the first section. The second section
of the 7 parts of the first only.
Of the first section. That's correct.
Okay.
That's right. Well, the first 2, sorry. The first 2, reading and use of English. Okay? And the other 2 are listening, which is... Let me check if we have a listening slide. No, it's not here. First certificate. Listening. Practice. Here it is. The listening practice has 4 different parts. Part 1, when you listen to 8 recordings. Part 2, when you listen and complete gap text sentences. Part 3, multiple matching 5 speakers. which are, you're gonna hear 5 different speakers and you need to link these speakers to one text. And part 4, a longer recording when there is a person that is speaking a lot, speaking and speaking and speaking, and you need to find the answers to the questions that they are going to give you. That's the reason I insist a lot in the vocabulary and the videos, because this particular section is like that. Okay, so this week we are going to check reading and use of language. And then next week we are going to focus on listening and writing. Let's start with the first section. Part 1, multiple choice clues. Okay? I remember this website. This is very easy. Let's make something more challenging.
Teacher, can you share this link too?
Yes, of course, but let's go to something a little bit more difficult now, because that I remember that link and it was super easy. And then when my students made the exam, they were like, "Come on, teacher, I don't understand." But the exercise was easy. Yeah.
Okay.
So I prefer something a little bit more challenging. Let's do reading. Okay. Multiple choice. Okay, in this website is the opposite side. Part 1, multiple choice clues. Let's talk about this. In this part 1, you will see one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 questions that are directly related to the text that you are watching. Okay? All the vocabulary that you see here is supposed to be for B1 and some C1 vocabulary, but it's more filled with B1 vocabulary. Okay? Let's try to check it together. Let's try to read it and we're gonna work it. Okay? The tip that I give you first is read the question. First read the questions and then read the text. Okay? So let's get familiar with the questions. Question number 1. Rafa, help me with it.
Yeah. Earthquakes occur when what parts of the tectonic plates collide?
Options?
Yeah, option number 1, the edge.
The what?
The edges.
Exactly, the edges.
Number 2, the center, centers.
Uh-huh.
And number 3, the peaks.
Excellent. Some observation about British English. Center is spelled with the R and E inverted in British English. In American English is ER and in British is RE. Don't get scared if you see some of them. That is going to be important for the writing section, but in my case, I'm not going to consider it. I just want to check structure and structure, punctuation, and English construction. Okay?
Yeah.
But anyway, just an observation, okay? So we're talking about earthquakes. Number 2, help me, Jessie.
Yes. Tectonic plates can get their names from what? Cities, rivers, seas?
Correct.
Sí.
Okay, correct. Next, Isaac.
Yes, number 3. Why is the phrase jigsaw puzzle used in the second paragraph to show how complex everything is because of the way plates fit together because of the number of plates?
Correct. All right. Is there vocabulary questions in this case? They were too long.
What is the jeans? What is jigsaw?
I'm going to show you a
That
picture.
is tell me one.
It's a jigsaw puzzle. No, not that one. Well, the reason this
Jigsaw.
Yeah, I think this is not a jigsaw.
Yes, I
actually
remember me to the beginning.
the character is called Jigsaw because the people
Yes.
in the movie needed to complete a series of challenges
Yeah.
like a jigsaw puzzle.
Okay.
So technically, it's related. He's called Jigsaw Puzzle because the characters and the people in the game were making a jigsaw puzzle with their lives. You know, I like those movies. Anyway, this is a jigsaw puzzle. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Next. Number. Oh wait. Why is the phrase jigsaw puzzle using the second paragraph? Right. Complex. Do you know what are plates? Yeah, right. We are talking about tectonic plates. So, no problem.
Yes. I didn't know, but I think I figured it out with the
With the
context.
context, exactly. Yeah, that's why it's super important to read the questions first. You know, there are some teachers who disagree with me, but you find your own way. Okay. Next one. Go. Can Silvan speak? Not yet, right?
No, not yet. Maybe
Okay.
in 5 minutes.
Cool. So let's go with Rafa. Number 5.
Yeah. Now is the number 4, teacher.
There's number. Oh, number 4. Okay.
Yeah. Going have the plates traveled so far?
Past of travel.
Traveled?
Travel ends in O. So how do you
Traveled?
pronounce it? Excellent. Traveled. 2 syllables. Traveled.
Why have the plates traveled so far?
Good.
Yeah. Because they are moving quite fast. Because Earth is not very big. Because of the age of the Earth.
And you. Let's check this. How do you pronounce this?
Because.
Look at this. Az.
Because.
Uh,
Because.
Kaz. Kaz.
Because.
Exactly.
Because.
Because.
See? It's never cows.
Because.
Exactly. Because or because.
Because.
Cause. Circle.
Because.
Exactly.
Because. Okay,
Right.
because.
Number 5. Jesse.
Because.
Yes. Why can earthquakes? Because when planes are moving away from each other. Yes, no, or only if they are touching.
That's right. That one is easy to understand too. So let's go to number 6. Isaac.
Yes. Oh, why did Warner's theory take so long to be accepted? He had no understanding of the ocean floor. It was very different from previous ideas in this area. And that one, he made several errors in his theory.
That's right. There's not a lot of bad vocabulary. This is easy. So let's go to number 7. Rafa.
Thank you, teacher. What evidence did Wegener not use to support his theory of continental drifts when looking at two now distant locations?
That's right.
Mhm. Yeah, the existence of similar rocks, the existence of similar extinct animals, the existence of similar races of people.
Good. Again, we have no new vocabulary in this case. Usually, this is a tip, okay? Attention. The, the tip that I can give you about this specific exercise is that the questions are usually a paraphrasis of the text. So you should don't read slowly, but don't read too quick. You need to understand what we are reading. Don't take your time because it's not forever and ever. You only have 45 minutes for this section for all the reading. You have 45 minutes and then 45 minutes for the other. So definitely you need to be as quick as possible, but comprehending every single section of the text. So pay a lot of attention into the reading and go read. If we do a quick math, let's go to a calc. If there are 45 minutes in the reading section, there are 3 sections, or how many? In the reading sections, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 sections. Then you have at least 10 minutes for every exercise. You should make an average of 10 minutes per exercise. So what we're gonna do is that I'm going to make a 10-minute mark. So you start doing the exercise in question. Okay? I'm going to give you, let me just do this, do this. Here is the text, and here are the questions. I don't know if you can see everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here it is. Okay, my people, time starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, action. Time. Did you finish?
No.
You didn't. Okay, so stop, pencils up. Don't answer anything else. How many questions did you answer, Isaac?
All of them.
All of them.
But I'm,
Oh,
I'm not sure about one.
perfect. What about Jesse?
6.
6, perfect. What about Rafa?
All of them, teacher.
Great, great. Okay, good. So let's check. Earthquakes can occur when parts of tectonic plates collide. Which answer do you have, Jesse?
First.
First, so the edges. Transition. You see? There.
Yes, teacher. When? What?
Transition, come on.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
They.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to check. This is the
Mm.
transition in singular.
Yes. It. Eh. It.
G.
Edge.
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 Plural. Add a second syllable. Edges.
Edge. But it sounds like H.
Mm-hmm. Like
H's.
the excellent edges.
Edge.
That's right. The edges, the last part of something, no? Edges. And it says what earthquakes are caused by large earthquakes occur when what parts of the tectonic plates collide. Plates and occur at the boundaries between the plates. And occur at the boundaries. This is the synonym for edges. Okay?
Yep.
Therefore, you are correct. Good job, Jesse. Very, very good. The edges. Number 2, what answer do you have, Rafa?
C. Cis.
Cis. Tectonic plates cannot get their names from what? From cis. These plates recognize 7 to 12 major plates and a number of smaller ones. The plates takes the name from continents. Incorrect, brother.
But teacher,
Pacific and
continents
Arabian.
is not cities or rivers.
Then you are correct, brother. Yes, it's not cities, not rivers. Yes, North American. I mean, wait.
I chose seas because my logic was this. There's these continents are seas. Like the North American. Yeah,
The North American, the
from
Pacific.
oceans. There's from oceans. Pacific Plate.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have only one that says oceans, which is the synonym of seas, and then
Yeah.
you don't have any reference of rivers and cities. So the only option was the third one. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I will. We're going to be agreeing on that. Very good. Number 3. Why is the phrase jigsaw puzzle used in the second paragraph, Isaac?
I'm not sure about that. I think that is because of the way the plates fit together.
Because of the way the plates fit together. Let's see. The plates are in a very slow but constant motion, so that seen from above, the Earth's surface might look like a slow-moving spherical jigsaw puzzle.
Or maybe the first one.
To show how complex everything is, I don't think so, because jigsaw puzzle would be metaphorically talking about
That
something
fit
complicated.
together. Okay.
Exactly. So that is not metaphoric. This is literally that it looks like something that is together, like a football ball, no?
Okay, yes, yes. Then I think that's the second one because
That's
of the
definitely
way they
correct.
play it together.
I agree with you. That is totally correct. Good job. Number 4. Why have the plates traveled so far, Jesse?
I think because of the edge of the earth.
Because of the edge of the earth. The H. I was looking. H, pronunciation.
Edge.
Okay. You are pronouncing this.
Edge.
That's different.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Pronunciation.
I am not sure.
This.
A
Yes.
H.
H.
Age.
Exactly. One is edge, and it's the same symbol. You see, it's only a different one more. It's edge and
A
H.
H and H.
Excellent. Good. Edge and H. So you say because of the edge of Earth. Why have the plates traveled so far? Let's see. It says the plates have moved at rates of 2 to 15 centimeters of several inches in a year, about as fast as our fine fingernails grow. Several inches in a year. Okay. On a human scale, this is a rate of movement that only a sophisticated instrument can detect, but on the scale of geological time, it is at the dizzying speed. At this rate, these almost 4 billion year old rocks could have traveled a lot, all the way around the Earth 11 times. This means that, yes, exactly, we are talking about the age. There is no reference, no, that is fast, right? And there is no reference of size, so definitely it's the last one. Good job, Jesse. That's correct. Good. Number 5, Rafa. Can earthquakes because plates are moving away from each other?
Number 5, 3, 4, 5. Yes.
Yes, only if they are touching.
No, yes.
Moving away
Yes.
from each other. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Can earthquakes and because plates are moving away from each other? The movement of plates is generally one of the three kinds: spreading, colliding, and sliding. The plates are spreading or separating from each other. We call their movement divergent. You are correct. Because here we're saying that when they are moving away from each other,
Yeah.
right?
It's one of the 3 ways of earthquakes.
Exactly. Which one?
It's the first one.
Exactly.
Really. Yeah.
Spread is synonym of move away from each other. Good. B2 vocabulary, you see?
Yeah. But like Isaac, it was by context too. Because
That's a win.
here is the explanation in the text.
Separating from each other. That
Yeah.
will be in the exam is probable that you won't have that. So it's about getting familiar with some words, etc. In a way, you have a lot of words from previous videos. In the list of vocabulary, there's a lot of B2 vocabulary.
Yeah.
So you can extract it from it. Okay. Number 6, why did Wigner's theory take so long to be accepted, Isaac?
I think that is because he had no understanding of the ocean floor.
He had no understanding of the ocean floor. Okay. Let's check. The revolutionary theory of plate tectonics originated in the early 20th century, although it did not gain general acceptance until the late 1960s, a long time. The German Alfred L. Wegener is now given credit for the first step in understanding the movement. In this period, 1910 to 1912, formulated a theory called continental drift and collected evidence from the rocks, fossils, and various continents to show blah 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 blah. Wegener had little data. Here there is. Wegener had little data on the ocean crust. And you said ocean floor. The crust is, do you know in a pizza, the around section that usually they now put cheese inside it? That's the crust. So when you're talking about the planet, is by context the edge of the ocean, the bottom of the ocean. I cannot hear you. Your microphone is far.
How do you say salchicha?
Why?
What a random thing.
I'm sorry.
She's hungry.
Yes, it's very interesting. And how do you say?
No, it's because I was going to tell you that not only cheese. I know a place where they put
Oh,
salchicha there, but I
pass,
don't.
pass me
I
the location, no? Yes, don't be bad. So that's called a sausage.
sausage.
No, sausage, no, sausage.
Sausage.
Excellent.
Sausage.
Okay.
And yes, pass me
Yes.
the location. I want to check what's up. So yeah, that's the thing. He had no understanding of the ocean floor. You are correct, Isaac. Good job. Perfect. And the last one, what evidence did Wagner not use to support his theory of continental drift when looking at the two non-distance locations? Tell me, Jesse. Ah, you didn't answer that one.
Yes, I don't have that.
Okay,
I
so
don't have
then
that.
don't worry, let's go with Rafa. Well, Rafa, what answer do you have here?
The last one, the existence of similar races of people.
Good. So we have, exactly, because here we said that he used fossils, and they use evidence of rocks, but they never speak about people,
Yeah.
which is pretty obvious. I think this exercise was too easy.
Yeah.
Was too easy. But okay, don't worry. Tomorrow what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna give you, for the rest of the 4 exercises, 10 minutes each. Okay? So
Okay.
try to come at the same time, guys, so we can have the exercises together, you know, and we can have feedback all together. Because if you arrive at a different time, it's going to be a massive mess. All right?
Yes.
Well, my people, we finished for today. Have a very good day, and I'll see you tomorrow on time, because we need to practice these exercises.
Thank you.
You hear, Silvana?
You hear, Silvana?
See you, teacher.
My brother, please don't kill him, okay? I hope he's alive for tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys.
Let's see. Bye.
Let's see.